If your child is being dramatic and having a very difficult time emotionally, it can really help if you have a game plan ahead of time so that you can just respond and respond calmly without getting worked up yourself. So in this video, we're going to talk about one of my favorite ways to respond to a very dramatic child. But first, hello, my name is Valerie. I blog at babywisemom.com, and I've been blogging there since the year 2007. I have 4 children who currently range in age from 12 to 19 years old, and I love helping parents love parenting. My goal is to help you with your troubles so that parenting can be as easy as possible. It's not going to be easy, but it will be easier, and just help you have as much harmony in your family as possible. So a little background, I'm not an emotional person. I never have been. I'm pretty calm, pretty even-keeled. And I actually thought that I would probably be a mom of all boys because I'm not really dramatic. And in the end, I am a mom to 3 girls and 1 boy. So a lot more girl time, which I guess is a good thing because I have learned to be able to respond to emotions much better than I would have if I'd never had daughters. Not to say that sons don't have emotions too, because they definitely do. But there's a different kind of drama that tends to come with a daughter. And of course, not all daughters, because some can be very, very even-keeled, as I was, and I do have daughters like that. But I also have very, very emotional daughter and probably a middle of the road daughter, and then very even-keeled daughter. So my very emotional daughter, I had to figure things out so that I wouldn't become impatient, because I'm not emotional, so I don't get the emotion. I can't empathize with it. I don't understand it. To me, it seems illogical, and I'm just, my reaction is like, what's going on? So I needed a way to respond so that I could just respond, and I didn't have to be dramatic. I didn't feed the drama with my own drama. Like, somebody has to stay calm in the situation, and it seems like the adult should be the one to do so. So I call these discipline phrases. You can also call it like a parenting phrase. I have like this arsenal of discipline phrases that I can just pull into and just say with all calmness and use when situations arise. So one day when my emotional child was being super emotional, I had like the perfect response to her. This was around the time when Frozen was like really big, and that can come and go as new movies come out, but it was pretty big at that time. And so she was being dramatic, and I said, "Child," I used her name, but "Child, drama is leaving the room. You can either let it go or go with it." And so the message there is drama is not going to exist right here. So if you want to continue being dramatic, then you're going to go and take that drama into another room, sort it out, and then you can come back and you're not being dramatic. But if you want to stay here, then you've just got to let it go. You got to let the drama go. You got to get over it. And it worked really well. Now, this is, of course, you don't want to suppress your child's emotions. So it can't be like anytime your child is upset, you're telling them like, "Oh, you shouldn't be feeling anything." We want to teach our children to work through emotions and how to deal with them. But there are times when a child is really worked up and being really emotional over something really small. And, this is like in a situation where you've worked through this with them, that they know this is inappropriate behavior. That they already have some tools to work through this emotion, and they are clearly choosing not to. So this is, I'm assuming some things here, that your child knows how to work through emotions. you've taken steps to do that, that your child knows what their current response is inappropriate, and they're being super over dramatic for this situation. And we have to be careful with that, because as adults, a lot of things kids get upset about seem over dramatic because almost all of their problems are super small in comparison to the problems we're dealing with. So we have to like look at that in context of their own life. But if we've done these things and it's essentially a situation where they are choosing drama, they have the ability to not be dramatic, but they are choosing drama and they're feeding into it themselves. And so you say, drama is leaving the room. You can either let it go or go with it. And like, you need to be calm. You need to be firm. You need to mean it. And then it can just help them, like, that can help them snap out of it and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just let that go. Like, I can get over this. I'll take my steps to work through this. Like, I don't need to keep making a really big deal out about this small thing. It's like the phrase, don't make a mountain out of a molehill. So it's like teaching your child, like, we don't want to negate our child's emotions, but we also don't want to be so worried about that we teach them that it's okay to make things bigger than they are. And there are a lot of times that it's like, okay, I'm overreacting and I need to work through this and calm down. So that is a great way to help your child stop being dramatic and get back to a calm place. So this phrase typically is going to be best for probably like 5 and older. 4 and younger, they probably aren't mature enough and haven't learned well enough to control their emotions, to be able to just take a step back and be like, oh yeah, okay, yep, I can control this. So we're talking about 5 and older here. So some tips for your success: you need to stay calm. You can't bring drama to this situation. Stay calm. You need to be consistent with your phrase. When you have the same phrase, then hearing that phrase triggers your child to, oh, okay, I need to call, yes, I know what I need to do next. And you need to be consistent with your response. So consistent with your expectations, how you respond, when you respond. And you need to stay light. Again, you're not being dramatic. You're not angry at them. You're just letting them know, hey, this is the situation. You need to expect them to listen to you. You can't say this phrase to them and then they can stay in the space and continue to be dramatic and you just be like, okay, whatever. You have to, if they're not going to leave willingly and they're going to continue with the dramatics, then you can gently grab them by the hand or pick them up and take them out of that space to a space where they can calm down. And you have to follow through. One of the worst things you can do as a parent is give empty threats. If you say, if you're saying, I expect you to leave or calm down, and you don't follow through, then they know you don't mean it the next time. So if you're not going to follow through, don't say the phrase. Sometimes parents say things like hoping their child will respond. Don't say it unless you are willing to follow through. And again, respect your child's feelings. So if you've said the phrase and you realize like, oh, this is actually like a bigger deal to them, then you can say, hey, I can see that this is actually like, you are actually like really upset about this. Let's sit down and talk about it. So you can walk it back if you realize like, oh, I overreacted and like erroneously estimated the situation here. So that's my phrase for helping you help a dramatic child to calm down quickly. If you have questions, as always, leave them in the comments and I will answer you. And thanks for watching and have a great day.